Good morning, students. Today we are going to continue with exercise 2.4. So in this exercise we are seeing about how to solve the quadratic equations. So now we are going to go with problem number 6. Find the condition that one of the roots of ax square plus bx plus c may be, one of the roots may be negative of the other. Negative of other. That is, one root of this equation be negative of other. Second subdivision is thrice the other, and third subdivision is reciprocal of the other. So one root is taken as alpha and the second root can be taken as minus alpha in the case 1. In the second case, one root is alpha, the second case is taken as 3 alpha. In the third case, one root is alpha, then the other root is 1 by alpha. The given equation is ax square plus bx plus c. So we need to find out the condition that one of the root may be negative of the other, thrice the other, reciprocal of the other. So we need to find out the condition. Okay. So first let us go with the solution. So from this we can write what is the sum of the root in the given equation. Ax square plus bx plus c is equal to 0. What is the sum of the roots? Sum of the root is equal to minus b by a. Product of the root is equal to c by a. So first let us understand this. Now let alpha and minus alpha be the roots. Okay, let alpha and minus alpha be the roots because one root is the negative of the other. So let us consider alpha be the one root, then the other root will be the negative of this root, that is minus alpha. So what will be the sum of the roots now? Sum of the roots is equal to alpha minus alpha. What is sum of the roots in this? Minus b by a. This is equal to 0. So when you are cross multiplying this, minus b equal to 0, that implies b equal to 0. So the condition for one of the root of the given equation be the negative of the other, then b is equal to 0. Okay. Next one, thrice the other. So let alpha be one root and 3 alpha be the other root. Okay. So alpha and 3 alpha be the roots. Okay. Alpha and 3 alpha be the roots. So here what is the sum of the roots? Sum of the roots is equal to, I will write SOR. Sum of the roots is equal to alpha plus 3 alpha. What is sum of the root from the given equation? Minus b by a is equal to 4 alpha. So what is alpha minus b by 4a? So minus b by 4a. What is product of the root? Product of the root is alpha into 3 alpha. That is 3 alpha square. What is product of the root from the given problem? C by a is equal to 3 alpha square. Okay. So how can you write alpha? Alpha can be written here as C by A is equal to 3 into minus B by 4A the whole square, because we have find out what is alpha. So using alpha we can substitute here 3B square by 16A square. Okay. So now let us write down the condition. Cross multiplying this, 16a square c is equal to 3b square into a. Now cancelling a, divide by a, what you will get? 16ac is equal to 3b square. So this is the condition for one of the root of the given equation be thrice the other. This is the condition. Next, number 3, one root will be the reciprocal of the other. So, let alpha and 1 by alpha, that is the reciprocal, isn't it? So, be the roots. Alpha and 1 by alpha. Instead of taking sum of the roots, here we can easily take product of the root is equal to alpha into 1 by alpha. Product of the root from the given problem is c by a is equal to 1. So, the condition here is c is equal to a. So, from the given data, we have to find out the condition for one of the root to be negative, one of the root to be thrice the other root, and one of the root is the reciprocal of the other root. Okay, students. So, now let us go to next problem. It is given, two equations are given in problem number 7. If the equations have one root in common and if the second root has equal roots, then second equation has equal roots, then prove that AE is equal to 2 into B plus F. So, the given two equations are x square minus AX plus B equal to 0. Another root is x square minus EX plus F equal to 0. Both the roots have a common root. So, let alpha be the common root. Let alpha be the common root. And we can take let alpha and beta be the roots of equation 1. Okay, so let us take this as equation number 1 and this as equation number 2. Let alpha and alpha, because second equation has same roots. So, given condition padi, let alpha and alpha be the roots for equation 2. Roots of equation 2. Okay. From 1, sum of the roots is, what is sum of the roots from 1? Minus a by 1, that is minus a by 1. Product of the root is b by 1. So, it is minus a and this is b. Similarly, from equation 2, sum of the root is minus e and product of the root is f. Okay, product of the root is f. So, after finding this, we have to write down for the first equation from 1. This is from 1 and this is from 2. Okay. So, what is sum of the root? Sum of the root is equal to minus a, that is alpha plus beta is equal to minus a. Alpha into beta is equal to b. So, beta is equal to b by alpha. Here alpha plus alpha is equal to minus e. So, 2 alpha is equal to minus e naught, it is plus e. Alpha is equal to e by 2. So, using this alpha here, we can write b by e by 2 can be written as 2b by e. Instead of alpha, we can write this one. Okay. So, here alpha is equal to e by 2. We got alpha is equal to e by 2. And when you are taking the product of the roots, alpha into alpha is equal to f. So, alpha square is equal to f. Now, since alpha is a common root for both the equation, we can write since alpha is a root of 1 and 2. So, it must satisfy the equations 1 and 2. I am going to substitute alpha in first equation. So, alpha square minus a alpha plus b is equal to 0. One equation la na substitute பண்ணிருக்கேன். அதாவது x is equal to alpha போட்டிருக்கேன். அப்ப இப்படி வருது. இப்போ I am going to substitute the values of alpha square and alpha here. Put alpha square is equal to f and alpha is equal to e by 2 in this equation. We will get f minus ae by 2 plus b is equal to 0. Okay. So taking a AE by 2 to that side, f plus b is equal to AE by 2. So what is AE? AE is equal to 2 into f plus b. This is to be proved. Therefore, hence proved what is asked. Okay. So we can easily prove this. And next we are going to see about the nature of the roots. Nature of the roots you have seen already, but you didn't know how to say whether the parabola intersect at how many points. So I am going to make a table for this, that is ax square plus bx plus c is equal to 0. We can say that sum of the roots is equal to minus b by a, product of the root is equal to c by a, and the value for x can be found out by minus b plus or minus root of b square minus 4ac divided by 2a, and the discriminant value is discriminant of the quadratic equation can be taken as delta, that is equal to b square minus 4ac. So using this value, discriminant value, we are going to talk about the nature of the roots. So let us write discriminant NANT, sorry. Discriminant, and then nature of roots, parabola intersects at how many points. That's the thing we are going to see. Okay, I am going to make a table for you using the discriminant value. You have studied in a 10th standard itself about the discriminant value, isn't it? So discriminant delta is equal to b square minus 4ac greater than 0. Nature of the root is real and distinct. Parabola intersects x-axis at 2 points. Intersects x-axis at 2 points. When the roots are real and distinct, we will get 2 roots, isn't it? X-axis la parabola rendu edathula touch panni pogum. Idhe idu delta equal to b square minus 4ac equal to 0. Delta equal to 0 ah irundhuchna roots are real and equal nu solluvom. Appo parabola intersects x-axis at only 1 point. Okay. If the delta value b square minus 4ac is lesser than 0, no real roots. The roots are imaginary nu solluvom. No real roots. Therefore, it does not meet x-axis. அப்படின்னு முடிக்கணும். ஸோ இதை வச்சு தான் இப்போ நம்ம அடுத்த 2 சம் செய்ய போகிறோம். ப்ராப்ளம் நம்பர் 9ல பார்த்தீங்கன்னா நேச்சர் ஆஃப் த ரூட்ஸ், 8ல 9ல பேரபோலா இன்டர்செக்ட்ஸ் அட் ஹவு மெனி பாயிண்ட்ஸ் ஆன் எக்ஸாக்சிஸ்ல இன்டர்செக்ட் பண்ணுது அப்படிங்கிறதுக்கு நம்ம கிரேட்டர் தேன் 0ன்னு சொல்லிட்டா இட் இன்டர்செக்ட்ஸ் அட் 2 பாயிண்ட்ஸ், லெஸ் தேன் 0ன்னு சொன்னால் டஸ் நாட் மீட் எனி பாயிண்ட் ஆன் எக்ஸாக்சிஸ், ஈக்குவல் டு 0னா intersect at only 1 point ன்னு சொல்லி ப்ராப்ளமை முடிக்கலாம். Okay, now let us go to the problems. Now problem number 8. Discuss the nature of the roots. Discuss nature of roots. First question, minus x square plus 3x plus 1 equal to 0. So compare this with ax square plus bx plus c equal to 0. What we will get? A is equal to minus 1, b is equal to 3, c is equal to 1. So what is the delta value? Delta is equal to b square minus 4ac. So what is b square? 3 square minus 4 into A into C. Okay, so we have to write like this. So what's the answer now? 9 plus 4. Answer is 13 and delta is greater than 0. Greater than 0 means therefore the roots are real and distinct. Roots are real and distinct. So if it is greater than 0, the roots are real and distinct. Let us go to the second subdivision. It is given as 4x square minus x minus 2 equal to 0. Here a is equal to 4, b is equal to minus 1, c is equal to minus 2. இப்போ delta என்ன formula? b square minus 4ac. So how can you substitute this? Minus 1 the whole square minus 4 into minus 2. So what's your answer? 1 minus 1 plus how much? 16 2s are 32. So it is equal to 33 greater than 0. Again the roots are real and therefore roots are real and distinct. Real and distinct. Okay. So similar to this we are having one more problem in this. Subdivision 3. 9x square plus 5x is equal to 0. There is no constant. A is equal to 9, b is equal to 5, c is equal to here 0. So delta is equal to b square minus 4ac. So your answer will be 25 minus 4 into 9 into 0. So answer is 25 greater than 0. Therefore again the roots are real and distinct. So all the problems we are having roots are real and distinct. Okay students, now let us go to the next problem to find out at how many points the parabola intersects the x-axis. Okay, so let us go to problem number 9, subdivision 1. Y is equal to x square plus x plus 2. Okay, let us find out the discriminant value. Here what is A is equal to 1, B is equal to 1, C is equal to 2. A is delta is equal to B square minus 4AC. 1 minus 4 into 1 into 2. So what's their answer? 1 minus 8 equal to minus 7 less than 0. If delta is less than 0, therefore delta is less than 0, that implies the parabola does not meet x-axis. Does not meet x-axis. So this is the answer for your question. The parabola does not meet x-axis. Next one, it is given with another problem. Second subdivision, y is equal to x square minus 3x minus 7. Here a is equal to 1, b is equal to minus 3, c is equal to minus 7. Delta is equal to b square minus 4ac. B square is 9 minus 4, 1 into minus 7. 9 plus 28. So it is 37 greater than 0. Therefore, parabola intersects x-axis at how many points? 2 points. If parabola is greater than 0, it intersects at 2 points. Less than 0, it does not meet x-axis. If it is equal to 0, it meets x-axis at 1 point. So let us go to one more problem, that is problem number 3. Y is equal to x square plus 6x plus 9. Here what is A is equal to 1, B is equal to 6, C is equal to 9. Delta is equal to B square minus 4AC. 36 minus 4 into 1 into 9. So 36 minus 36, your answer is equal to 0. If delta equal to 0, That implies parabola intersect x-axis at only one point. Intersect x-axis at only one point. So if it is equal to 0, it meets x-axis at only one point. If it is greater than 0, it meets x-axis at 2 points. If it is less than 0, it does not meet the x-axis at any point. Okay. So now the last problem, 10th one, it is given that f of x is equal to x square plus 5x plus 4 in completed square form. Completed square form la nama இந்த ஆன்சர் கொடுக்க போறோம். So how can you completion of square method நீ படிச்சிருப்ப. So அதை விட நம்ம ஈஸியா ஒரு மெத்தட் பார்க்க போறோம். That is இப்போ இங்க x ஸ்கொயர் இருக்கு. அப்ப நீ x போட்டுக்கோ. பிளஸ் இருக்கு பிளஸ் போட்டுக்கோ. 5 இருக்கு. So divided by 2 பண்ணு. அப்ப when you are dividing by 2, coefficient of x should be divided by 2. அப்ப 5 by 2 whole square போட்டுக்கோ. இந்த 5 by 2 whole square subtract பண்ண திருப்பி 5 by 2 whole square subtract பண்ண plus 4. Okay. So your answer will be x plus 5 by 2 the whole square minus 25 by 4 plus 4. So final answer is x plus 5 by 2 the whole square 16 minus 25, it is minus 9 by 4. நம்ம completion of square methodல எழுதணும் அப்படின்னா இதையும் square formatல எழுதணும். அப்ப x plus 5 by 2 the whole square minus 3 by 2 the whole square. So this will be very easiest other than you have studied in the previous year. So என்ன பண்றோம்னா x இருந்துச்சுன்னா x போட்டுக்கோ, plus இருந்தா plus 5 by 2 அதாவது x ஓட coefficient divided by 2 பண்ணி whole square பண்ணிக்கோ. அடுத்தது 5 by 2 இந்த ஸ்கொயர் இருக்குல்ல அதை அப்படியே subtract பண்ணி last constant போட்டுரு. So we are getting x plus 5 by 2 the whole square minus 25 by 4 plus 4. Now subtract these two and write down the answer. For example, I will give one more question in this. For example, if you are having example I am giving f of x is equal to y square minus 4x plus 8 இப்படின்னு ஒரு சம் இருக்குன்னு வச்சுக்கோ. இதை completion of square methodல நம்ம மாத்தணும். அப்ப என்ன பண்ணணும்னா y square இருந்துச்சுன்னா y போட்டுக்கோ, minus இருந்தா minus, இதை divided by 2 பண்ணு x ஓட coefficient, அப்ப 2 வரும், whole square போட்டுக்கோ. இங்க எதை நம்ம வச்சிருக்கோம் இந்த நம்பர் 2 square, அதை இங்க எப்பவுமே subtract பண்ணது, பிளஸ்ஸா இருந்தாலும் சரி மைனஸா இருந்தாலும் சரி, you have to subtract 2 square plus 8. So what's the answer you are getting? Y minus 2 the whole square minus 4 plus 8. So your answer is y minus 2 the whole square, 8 minus 4, it is plus 4. So you can write it as plus 2 square. So this is the very easiest method. Another example I am giving, this is example 1 and example 2 I am going to give now. F of x is equal to x square minus 7x plus 4 அப்படின்னு ஒரு சம் இருக்குன்னு வச்சுக்கோ. இப்போ நீனே சொல்லலாம் x ஸ்கொயர்னா x, மைனஸ்னா மைனஸ், 7ஓட divided by 2 that is 7 by 2 whole square. இப்போ என்ன பண்ணணும் 7 by 2 ஸ்கொயரை இங்க நம்ம திருப்பி subtract பண்ணணும். So 7ஓட ஸ்கொயர் என்ன 49, 2ஓட ஸ்கொயர் 4. So subtracting plus 4. 16 minus 49. 16 minus 49 is what is 49 minus 16? It is 33 by 4. அப்ப இதை நம்ம ஸ்கொயரா எழுதணும் அப்படின்னா என்ன பண்ணலாம்னா we can write this as x minus 7 by 2 the whole square minus root 33 மாத்தி divided by 2 whole square அப்படின்னு போட்டுக்கலாம். So these two are examples I have given to complete with your completion of square method. So completion of square method in the method செஞ்சுக்கோ. It will be very easier and it will be very helpful while you are going to the application problems. So with this today we are going to complete the section. So tomorrow we are going to continue with the next exercise with quadratic inequalities. Today we have seen with quadratic equations. Tomorrow we are going to continue with quadratic inequalities.